Hey everybody, welcome back to the Spin Rack. I'm here with my boy Petey, and we say what's up, Petey.
What's going on?
So we're going to be looking at A Quiet Place Day One. This is the sequel to A Quiet Place. I guess this is the third movie in the series, right? Um,
Yes.
so here we have the actress Lupita Nyong'o. She is the star, and Joseph Quinn. So let's see what happens. I think this is supposed to be what happened the day, I guess, the aliens came, um, and how people reacted. Whereas the others are the after effects and what people are.
Yeah.
But hey, selector, play on.
Good Lord.
Let me put my selector hat on. Selector, play on.
You can't have a cat in here. It's a service cat.
We can help each other. We have to get out of the city. If we stay here, we die.
I have a plan.
It's the end of days. No more people. No more New York. No more nothing.
That looked off the chain. I mean, it's interesting that in the first one we don't know what the creatures are really at, and so what we're trying to do is understand what the fear is. But we know there's something there, and in here we know what the creatures are, and yet you're like still, it's still scary in a bit, you know. So
I
I don't
would
know how you deal with that dynamic, but it's a very interesting thing. I mean, I don't know what the premise is like. It's the invasion of New York City by the alien creatures and stuff like that. I don't know if this is like intentional or they were just going by worlds and say, "Yo, let's stop off there," and they jump down, or whether or not that. But it's very interesting. Being produced by Michael Bay, which is interesting. I don't know if he produced the other movies, and it's not being directed by John Krasinski. It's actually by some dude named Michael Sarnowski. Interesting, interesting, interesting. I gotta
I
say.
would say um when the first movie came out, and I think I said this if we did a review of this, I was totally against seeing this movie, right? Because it was the first one. Because I was like, I know what this is. This is a turn a corner, make a noise, attack, someone walks past you, that sort of thing. I was like, this is totally terrible. I didn't go see it. So it sort of saw the movie at home, and I was like, it's not terrible. It's just okay. It kind of has some of the things. Then I went to see the second one, and I was like, oh, I get it. Because you're in the theater, right? You're in a regular day, and then next thing you know, the attack happens. We get to see the attack in the second one. And then next thing you know, it's like everyone has to be quiet. So you're in the theater goes quiet. you can hear people that stop eating their popcorn because it gets so quiet. And that's the kind of movies that you should see because it's really something where you get to feel the movie aspect.
Experience.
You can't get that experience at home. So it's really cool to see that. And this takes that little bit that was in there in that town and does the pitch. It's like saying, hey, why don't we do a quiet day, Escape from New York? New York gets blocked off, and then next thing you know, we got this movie. We got the whole movie that's taking place where they have to close off New York City because the aliens come there, and they could do this for every town. For every day two could be in Chicago or day one Chicago. Like it's a series that I'd like to see them do. Like go to another town and see what happens. So I'm all for it. I'm definitely all for it.
Yeah, I'm all for it. The first movie made would cost $17 million. 17, and it made over 300 million.
This is probably cost way more than that.
The second movie, what you're talking about, cost about 55 million, so almost 3 times the amount. It made about 300 million. So I mean, the budget for something like this is really low. I don't know what to classify. This is not considered a horror film, is it?
Yeah. It's definitely hard.
It is a
But
horror
if you think about it like this, the budget of the second movie, outside of the actors possibly getting more money, is going to the opening scene, right? So all your money is going into that opening scene. The rest is in this sort of locations where we don't see the monsters all the time. So they just have to spend all that money from the 17 to what the next amount, the 30 million plus goes into that thing. Now this obviously is a way bigger budget. It's in New York City, you got to simulate New York all the time, that sort of thing. So you got a ton of New York sets, that sort of thing, doing large miniatures, that sort of stuff. It's just going to cost a lot more, but I'm all for it, So and then you get to your third one, they're championing the what's this thing called, the King of the Planet of the Apes movies. Now they're giving it their credit. The Quiet Place, this might work better than the Saw movies. So in my opinion, I definitely say go check it out.
Wow, better than Saw movies. I don't know. Saw movies are very, very popular, bro.
They are, but they play to the fact of they keep trying to say that the Jigsaw hasn't done any crime. If I force you to chew your foot off, then and I captured you. Yeah, I captured you, but you did a crime that I'm going to point out. That doesn't mean you get away with kidnapping, right? And if you force someone in there, they'll find a way to just say they don't. The judge is not going to sit around and be like scratching their head. I don't know what to charge him with. What do we charge him with?
Oh, hey, bro, you don't have to sell it to me. I know what you mean.
I'm not just trying to sell it to you. I'm doing my humor.
Oh, I got it. But you're right. I think I'm looking at the numbers. Saw did like $100 million off of a $1 million budget. So
Like yeah, no, they were just in
that's one. Two did $4
basic.
million budget. And it did 152 million. So and Saw 3. Jesus, I didn't realize how many Saw. That's 164 million after a $10 million budget. Saw 4, 10 million for $140 million budget. So yeah, it's made some. It has some legs. But clearly, this one that we're watching.
Excuse me.
It's interesting that we have Lupita Nyong'o, and she's meeting an office guy. She has her service cat, and she has her worker.
She's going for the total African look, right?
The look it took me off for a bit. Like, what is the look that she's trying to get? But stay quiet, stay alive. I guess the way that the trailer's cut up, you have like parts where they're in the city, and then it looks like they're in Coney Island in one part. Well, probably it could be the music. It could be in Central Park. I'm not sure, but I'm interested. I'm all into watching it. So, any last words before we finish up?
Yeah, I can't wait for this to come out. I enjoyed it, and I guess it's better. You should check it out also.
Yeah, Spin Rack.
Out.
Oh, not check. Check. Give us a comment. Subscribe. Thumbs up. Spin Rack.
Out.